Imagine the Supreme Court, a symbol of justice and order, becoming the stage for mysterious and terrifying events. After a controversial trial, the judges start to disappear without a trace. This is the story of The Curse of the Court. Press play and discover the dark secrets hidden in the halls of justice. The Supreme Court had always been seen as a bastion of justice, where the most important decisions in the country were made. However, everything changed after a controversial trial involving an influential businessman accused of heinous crimes. The public pressure was immense, and the judge's decision would divide the country. The businessman, known for his powerful connections and vast wealth, was acquitted of the charges, causing a wave of protests and outrage. Many believed that justice had been corrupted. Among those protesting was Sarah, an investigative journalist who promised to uncover the truth behind the acquittal. Sarah began investigating the case, interviewing witnesses and analyzing documents. During her research, she discovered a series of irregularities in the trial, including bribes and threats made to the judges. Determined to expose the truth, Sarah delved even deeper, coming to suspect that something more sinister was at play. Meanwhile, the judges who participated in the trial began to disappear mysteriously. The first to vanish was Judge Smith, a man respected for his integrity. His house was found empty, with no signs of struggle. Next was Judge Jessica, known for her firmness and impartiality. The police found only her car abandoned near a forest. Sarah began receiving anonymous threats, but this did not deter her. She discovered that all the missing judges had something in common. They had received a mysterious package shortly before disappearing. Determined to unravel the mystery, Sarah traced the origin of the packages to an old abandoned mansion on the outskirts of the city. At the mansion, Sarah found evidence that the packages contained cursed objects, sent by a secret sect that swore vengeance against those they deemed corrupt. The sect, known as the Guardians of Dark Justice, believed they were restoring balance through supernatural methods. Sarah managed to gather all the information and realized that the judges had been cursed. Each of the objects sent represented an aspect of corrupted justice, and by receiving the packages, the judges had inadvertently sealed their fate. Determined to prevent more disappearances, Sarah decided to confront the sect. With the help of a detective friend, Sarah broke into the mansion in the dead of night. There, they found sect members performing a dark ritual. Sarah interrupted the ritual and demanded to know where the missing judges were. The sect members, in a trance, revealed that the judges were trapped in a dark dimension, tormented by their actions. Sarah tried to free them, but was stopped by the sect's leader, a woman named Karen, who fervently believed in supernatural justice. An intense confrontation ensued, and Sarah, using her intelligence and courage, managed to undo the ritual, but not without a cost. Although she managed to save some of the judges, Sarah discovered that the curse had left deep marks on their minds. They were traumatized, unable to return to normal life. Worse still, the sect had planted seeds of darkness within the very Supreme Court, corrupting the heart of the judicial system. Events took an even darker turn when Sarah realized that the curse was spreading. Other judges and justice officials began to disappear, and the presence of dark forces was palpable in the corridors of the Supreme Court. Sarah knew she had to act quickly to prevent the situation from spiraling completely out of control. She found an ancient grimoire, left by one of the sect's founders, containing instructions for a purification ritual. Determined to destroy the curse once and for all, Sarah prepared to perform the ritual, aware of the dangers she would face. On the night of the ritual, Sarah headed to the city center, where the Supreme Court was located. The building, imposing and somber, seemed to breathe malevolence. Sarah began the ritual, reciting the ancient words while dark forces tried to stop her. Spectral figures emerged, attempting to break her concentration. As Sarah fought to complete the ritual, she felt a terrifying presence approaching. It was the sect's leader, Karen, now a specter of pure hatred and vengeance. An epic confrontation followed, with Sarah using all her strength to repel Karen's supernatural attacks. In the final moment of the ritual, Sarah managed to invoke a purifying light that dispelled the darkness from the Supreme Court. However, the cost was high. Sarah was consumed by the released energy, disappearing along with Karen. The city awoke to find the Supreme Court free of dark forces, but also without its heroine. The rescued judges and justice officials tried to resume their lives, but the mark of the curse never completely faded. The Supreme Court was purified, but the halls still echoed with whispers of despair and pain. Sarah's story and her sacrifice became a legend, a grim reminder of the horrors that corrupted justice can unleash. Do you want part 2 of this story? Leave a comment. If you have a horror story and want to see it published on our channel, send us your story.